Hi, my name is Ladina Ashley. I'm the Well ID Specialist at the State of Oregon Water Resources Department, and the program that I oversee was established in 1996, and the rules that are associated with that, that back that up, is Oregon Administrative Rules 690-200-0048 and Oregon Revised Statutes 537.789 and 537.791. So anytime you're wanting information about the rules with this program, those are the ones you look up. So the Well ID program consists of assigning Well ID numbers in the form of a steel plate like this one. This is credit card sized and shaped steel plate, and it has a notch out of each end so that you can attach it to the well. It has our name on it. It has an L number, which L is for label. It doesn't mean L for Lane or Lynn County or anything like that. And it has some numbers, which we're up to 6 digits now. And this particular one is from an order or two back, and I had to grab it to use for a sample. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll never see this in circulation. I snagged it. So, and it does say do not remove label. We don't want the tag to come off. Once it's on the well, we want it on there for posterity as long as possible. And the way you attach that is with a metal hose clamp or metal band of some sort, and it just slip right through the slot on each end to where you can still read the numbers on the front, and attach that to the wellhead. It's supposed to be attached when you complete the work. You attach that to the wellhead about 6 inches from the ground level to where it's going to be visible on there, hopefully not get covered up or anything. So that'll be on there for future reference. And the way you get these is we have a one-stop shop, resources for well constructors. And on the left menu, there is a spot where you can click to order supplies. And I usually send them out in packs of 25. And if you know you have a big project coming up where you're going to be using more like 50, I will send that many out occasionally. Just let me know. I'll send them out in a priority mailbox. It's a flat rate box. So it's really heavy. It's cheaper to do it that way. So anyway, let me know. I am the keeper of the tags. I'm the one who sends them out. So just request those either through the online portal at the Resources for Well Constructors, or you can email me or just give me a call. Either way, and I can get some out to you. So of course, the idea behind the Well ID label is to distinguish each well from every other well in the state, obviously. But also another feature is that it shows the history. So say a well was put in like 1998. And at that time, the well driller put on a tag on the well. And you come along a few years later and, the landowner needs to have the well deepened, or there's some other alteration that needs to be done. And you notice the well has a tag on it, and you go ahead and deepen that or alter it, and you make note of the tag that's on there already on your log. So we get that in the system, and now we've got 2 well logs. So now anytime somebody comes along and the landowner loses their paperwork, or somebody else is interested in the property later, like if it's sold, and they see the tag on the well, they can look up the tag number in the system on our online well log query, which you should check out and get familiar with. We have a well report query in there where you can look up these things, and there's a spot where you can look up by tag number. So well label number is this. You put the numbers in where the field is. It has the L already, and you put the number and look it up, and you'll get both logs come up at the same time. And then you'll see the history where it was originally drilled, and then when the well was altered or deepened later. So another good thing about the Well ID program is that you can add missing information. You may notice when you're in the well query, there's a lot of older logs in there that don't have complete information, like the tax lot, the street address, things like that. And so we can add missing information because, well, the landowners will actually apply for a tag themselves. So we keep you supplied with tags you put on as you work on the wells. But landowners at any time can go ahead and request a tag for themselves and put it on the well themselves. And the way they do this is by going ahead and going to our website. On the home page under groundwater and wells, the last link under that heading is the Well ID program page, and it gives an overview of what's required. Within 30 days of a sale, the landowner is supposed to get a well ID for the well. And so they do that by using that application. It is a fillable form, so they can do this anytime, but you as the driller, I would recommend that if you happen to be on site and the landowner has you come out to look at their well and there isn't a tag, you notice there's no tag on the well yet, and you could recommend to them, hey, if you don't end up doing work for them, you know, or you don't do work more than just a clean out or something, and you don't have to turn in a well report for some, you know, something simple like that, but there's no tag, you don't put a tag on there unless you've done significant work and you turn in a well report for that work. What you do is recommend to the landowner, go get that application, go ahead and apply for a tag, and then we can kind of update our system if need be with the address if it isn't in there, things like that. Like it makes it real nice. It's a little updated, so it's a little easier to find the log in the future. And so, like I said, when you're out on site, you're gonna probably notice whether there's a tag or not. But I definitely recommend that you, of course, look for a tag, because maybe there isn't one on the well. But keep in mind, there might have been one that was applied for by a previous owner through a well ID application, or maybe it was tagged. Maybe it was done after 1996 and a previous driller had put the tag on, but for some reason it came off. So just because you don't see a tag on the well, it doesn't mean that you're free and clear and that you don't have to do anything but just put a tag on when you're done. Try and keep in mind that there could have been one, a tag on the well. So double check online on the website and look at the well log and see if there was a well ID attached with that. And if there was, either through an application or the fact that it was actually tagged before, make sure, really sure, especially if there's more than one well on the property, make sure it's really that same well. And then if it really is, then please, of course, put on the tag number that you placed on the well yourself. Put that on your well report that you submit. But then in the comments, please make note of what tag was assigned to the well and that is now lost. One way also I will mention that tags can get lost or have gotten lost in the past is because people use zip ties to attach them to the wellhead. Please do not do that. No zip ties. They really deteriorate out in the weather, as you probably know, and just don't do that. Use the metal band to attach it, and hopefully it'll be on there for a very, very long time. Well IDs do get covered up, so really do a thorough search. Make sure that it didn't get covered up by a like insulation, or it didn't maybe fall off and just fall down. Like if there's a well house and there's a floor there, maybe it didn't fall down where, you know, you just don't see it right away. So just really make sure that, number one, that this is the right well, and number two, that the tag really is completely lost before you assign a new one. So One thing I want to mention is duplicate tag issues. So you're filing a well log in the system. I have seen, it seems like there, especially with e-filing, I think there might be a way to clone a log or submit several at a time. When that happens, it is really easy to duplicate numbers in there too. And just really watch, make sure you don't put the same well ID on more than one well log in the system, because not only does it cause confusion for the future, anybody looking that up, but also it may prohibit, I know staff in our office may prohibit us from being able to make a map, because there's already a map for the log that that tag is really supposed to be on, and we can't make it because you've already got this other with this other tag, and or vice versa. So it can kind of wreak havoc, and we do. I personally look into the system and try and watch for those duplicate tags. So I will be the one who email you and say, hey, you need to fix this, or I make sure who was assigned that group of tags, and I go ahead and say, hey, so I see that this was not your number, but here's what I think it could be. And so I'll email you and let you know that there's something amiss, and then get that fixed up. So one other thing that I wanted to mention also is looking for those original well logs. I mentioned the well log query, the well report query, and definitely use that to try and look for those original logs. Like, say you're out on a site and you don't know what the original well log is for that, and don't take too long to look for it. You can, you or your staff can definitely call me, and they call me the well whisperer, because if there's a well log to be found, I will find it. And so, and I do that all day. That's what I do. Besides assigning tags, I help people find their well information. So just landowners and everybody. So give me a call. I'm more than happy to help. I've got links to different county sites and whatnot. So, and I can even look in our physical files and make sure we're not missing a log out of the system. That has happened occasionally, unfortunately. So definitely just give me a call, and I'll see what I could do to find that original log for you, so that you can then figure out whether you can deepen a well or alter it, or how it was constructed originally, and then you can be better prepared to go forward from there. So one last thing I want to mention is, while you're on site and maybe the landowner you're trying to help has some questions about what they're seeing on the well report, you could explain all that to them. It depends on your level of customer service or how much time you've got right then. But if they've got questions, or they got questions about wells or upkeep or maintenance and things like that, definitely point them in the direction of the Water Well Owner's Handbook. And we have this in PDF form online, and it's also available in a Spanish version. So your Spanish-speaking folks can get their own version of this. It's packed with all kinds of information about wells, exempt use type things. It lists out, it gives an example of a well report and all the different things that are on it. It explains what those things are. We made this book also in cooperation with Oregon Health Authority. And so there's actually some water quality things in here also. So definitely point your landowners in this direction. And this is available on the Publications and Reports menu. Click on that, go into the search box, type in the word handbook, and then they can get this. Or we can actually send them paper copies too. We have them where we can actually mail them out if need be. So definitely give me a call if you have any questions. Thank you for listening. Thanks.